Hello everyone and welcome to my page, Messages from Venus. If you guys hear weird noises in the background as per usual, please excuse me. I am on the floor of my house doing videos like I used to do them when I first started my YouTube page. This is going to be the new moon energies. I know it's late, or it's considered to be a little late for the videos, but I decided to do them anyway. So I'm gonna do the sections a little different now, but before I start doing the readings, note that these are general readings. Know that I always have a new moon sale for the on the day of the new moon, wherever that is to you, but know that around the days of the new moon, I always have a sale. They're $15 for that reading. You can have them emailed to you. You can have it in a YouTube reading. You can have it in a voice message reading, and or a private message, like a DM message via Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I'm also now on Instantgo, and the link to my Instantgo is linked in the description box, and so is the link to my website, which links everything else except for Instantgo. So, just trying to cover myself, sorry. Anyway, so I'm gonna start off with the tarot and oracle. So I'm gonna do it by sections. So let's start off with the air signs, and the names of the decks is going to be listed in the description box as well. And of course, you guys are going to hear an abundance of noise in the background, like an abundance of noise in the background, as per usual. Anyway, let me focus here. Like I said before, I'm doing it via section. That's why I'm shuffling so much. I usually just pick one card for each sign from each deck, but this time around I am choosing one card from the oracle in regards to the overall energy for all air signs, and then 3 cards for each zodiac sign. So this might take a little longer than usual. And the overall energy for you guys is tough love. The air signs are getting tough love. So for those of you that feel like you haven't been able to accomplish anything, or you haven't been able to move forward, or the energies that may be, or the powers that may be, have not allowed you to move forward, or you're doing a lot of recuperation, it's only for your betterment. If you feel like you cannot move forward, or something is stopping you from completing the goal that you want at this very moment in time, it's only for your greater good. It's only to stop you from either creating more chaos in your life, or creating happy rose-colored glasses in a time where it's not supposed to be happening. Timing is everything. The universe, the language of the universe is numbers, and that is included within time, clearly. Now, Libras, what I see for you guys here is that during this time, you would have to balance yourself out, balance your subconscious, balance the things that are going through your head. The things that are constantly going through your head is going to be your downfall, as opposed to you balancing what you can do or what you cannot do, or the things that are out of your control. So try to focus on the things that you can actually handle. Also, try to focus on making yourself money, grounding yourself a little bit more, and also being a little bit patient. Time is everything. Patience is absolutely everything. Patience is key. Then we're moving along to Gemini. Gemini, we're focusing on relationships and allowing these relationships to grow and being mature within these relationships. I see that some of you guys are also expecting or wanting to invest a little bit more than you would or have in other relationships in this current relationship if you are in a relationship. For those of you that are investing within your own businesses or investing within your own self, or anything that has to do with work, number one, yes, patience is a virtue. Patience is key, and you have to invest the time and energy in having a relationship with other people, even if you don't consider yourself a people's person, for you to be able to succeed at your job or at your workspace during this time. And then for Aquarius, we have the energies of absolute genius. Why? Why do I say genius? Because Aquarius, you're moving the world, and the world isn't moving you. The world is moving at your speed, at your pace, as opposed to you moving as fast as the world is moving. I see a lot of celebrations when it comes to movement or moving forward, or not being stuck in the mud, not being stuck in the ground. I also see people going through a lot of competition and owning your space and being aware of your weaknesses, and also being aware of how much people take your kindness for granted. And excuse me. And also having control over your own feelings, as opposed to erupting. Those times are over. We're not children anymore, and I feel like you are now learning to be, number one, passive aggressive, and also having better communication skills within your relationship, Aquarius. And that is for the air signs. Now, and we're moving along to the earth signs. I let me know if you guys like this better. I don't use timestamps for anyone, so let me know if you guys like this section, or how I do this better. So we're gonna start off with Virgo, and then we're going to Taurus, and then Capricorn. All right, so the overall energy for the air signs is a happy place. A lot of you guys are stalling, dilly-dallying, and some of you guys are just enjoying the moment, whatever that moment is, and however happy that moment makes all of you guys feel at this very moment in time. If you are either a minor, or somebody who is underage, or somebody who is experiencing what it feels like to be in bliss, or to feel complete with what you have, not stagnant, but to feel I have the word in the tip of my tongue, complacent in the place where you feel, I mean, not where you feel, where you are at this very moment in time in your life, then that's fine. Enjoy the moment, but just know that, as everything, times will change. It will come a time where happy all the time isn't going to work for you, and it'll probably make you stagnant if you're always happy, as opposed to exploring your options and exploring other worlds. Now for Virgo, we have the energies of trying to fight your possibilities, or fighting or having competition within your own possibilities, or stopping yourself from having more possibilities. I see you guys being disappointed in the possibilities that are being presented to you at this very moment in time, and you feel like you are at some sort of loss. I also feel like for those of you guys that are dating, some of you guys feel like your opponents, or the people that are giving you competition to be able to get to the person that you want to be with, some of you guys feel like these people are good, and then some of you guys feel like these people are just not even worth your time, energy, or space. But then it also depresses you, in a sense, to even feel or think that you are part of some sort of competition for someone's heart. You don't want to feel that way. You don't want to feel at a loss. I also feel like some of you guys should try to cheer yourselves up and not think about the things that you don't have. Don't micromanage at this time. Try to look at the bigger picture and try to focus on what you're actually fighting for. For those of you that, you know, the scenario that I gave does not comply to you, does not fit to you, or does not resonate with you. But try to look at the bigger picture. Don't micromanage. Don't micromanage anything, because when you're micromanaging, you lose focus of what's actually important within your own life and different aspects of your life. You're constructing your own house, your own wealth, your own future, and so you don't need to look at things in a very minute way if you're trying to construct a new home for yourself. It can be a physical home, or it can literally be just a new place, a new area of your life. Then next we have Taurus. And Taurus, I feel like there is movement in your life, but I also feel like you cannot be spoiled. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. Sometimes you're gonna have to give something to get something in return, and then be able to move forward. If not, if you do not sacrifice, if you do not strive, if you do not overcome your own goals or your own achievements, someone else will do that for you. Someone else will live your best life for you, and that's not something that you want at this very moment in time. Some of you guys are expressing yourselves to other people, whether that's within a relationship or not, and you're expressing yourself and the things that you want to bring to the table, and you're looking at what that person brings to the table and what you bring to the table, and you're evaluating whether or not it is something that you want for yourself. If you feel like you need to move on from a relationship, go ahead and do so. Sometimes people come back to you when you leave, or when they realize that you're gone, or that you're no longer there, willing to listen to their shenanigans. Next we have Capricorn. And Capricorn, a lot of new beginnings for you guys, a lot of new beginnings where you can invest not just in your heart, but also in your creativity, and understanding where to put your time. Should I put my time in my emotions? Should I put my time in my money? Should I put my time in my piggy bank? Should I keep this time for someone else? And honestly measuring your time and not allowing other people to make of your time for them, or something that's going to be theirs, as opposed to something that's going to be, or is supposed to be, for you. Some of you guys, I see that you guys are stuck in the mud or stuck in a rut of some sort, and you're actually looking at what you have or what your surroundings are and where you've come so far in life. And some of you guys are questioning if it's something that you actually want to continue to do, whether it comes to career or just in plain and simply living your life. I think some of you guys are starting new things because the schedules is becoming a bit of a problem. You are too accustomed to having a schedule. So starting something new, whether that's a new job, a new schedule, or a new relationship, will do you absolutely perfect, especially now that Mercury is now going direct. So that is that for the earth signs. Now we have the fire signs. And like I said, you guys, let me know if this is a way that you guys would like for me to continue to read for you guys, or if you opt for me to just shuffle and pull one card for each, from each deck, for each zodiac sign. So let's see, fire signs. And we start off with Sagittarius. And then we have Aries. These Baba Studios decks are amazing. It's just they are a little bit bigger than the norm. And then we have Leo. And let's see what the overall energies are for everyone. Okay, so the overall energy is victory. And again, I feel like this energy is some sort of being stubborn or stubborn energy, you being stuck in the rut. I know that it's called victory, and that you see that clearly someone is being victorious or having some sort of victory in her own right. However, I feel like some people are being selfish as opposed to sharing your happiness, and you know, keeping to yourself or getting your way no matter the cost, and that can sometimes be dangerous because you might lose a lot for a little. So keep that in mind, fire signs. Sagittarius, we start off with you. We start off with some of you guys are waiting for the happiest time of your life to come about, and it's slowly coming forward, and you're slowly seeing the growth, but it's slow. So try not to be try not to rush certain situations or things to come out or come about. Everything will happen in its due course and its due moment. I also see some of you guys moving away from situations or moving away from the unknown into a happier place, a happier moment in time. I also feel like some of you guys are investing a lot of time within your own family members, or investing time in the men within your life, or having discussions that are very important and enlightening within the men in your life. These conversations will take you afar within the relationships with the men in your life. Whatever conversation you might have or you are having with any men during this time, know that it's going to give you some sort of knowledge or some sort of height of knowledge, whether that is knowledge of gossip or knowledge of just simple gossip, or I mean, gossip isn't always simple, or it's never simple, but something as simple as telling you where your phone is, telling you where you can find your shoes, or where you can find something that was in the lost and found that belonged to you. Something like that. You know, it can be that simple, but you can still get a lot from that conversation. So stay tuned with the conversations that are around you, especially with men or younger people in your life. Then we have Aries, and Aries, you guys are my opposite sign. Hi, I'm a Libra. Aries, I see a lot of movement. I see a lot of travel back and forth. That can be either on the train, or that can be hopping from one situation to another in your life. I feel like Aries, this is around the time where you are investing in cutting cords, in letting loose ends just be loose in its totality and it's completely. You are no longer wanting to focus on the things that you don't have and that you don't have control over, and the things that are hurting you the most. I feel like there are females in your life that have not been the best of examples, whether that's in a relationship or within your family, and you're moving along from that. That's karmic energy that you want to move forward from. I also see you guys learning from your past experiencing and not wanting to do the same thing again, or wanting to make the same mistakes again. But be careful for those of you that consider yourselves to be spoiled in some way, shape, or form. It is dangerous, because I feel like if some of you guys, if you don't get what you want exactly when you want it, you might lose a little for a lot. I mean, a lot for a little. So please, 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 fire signs, pay attention. Then we have Leo, and we have here a lot of heavy energy, a lot of heavy burdens, a lot of things that you do not want to focus on, or you do not want to pay attention to. A lot of responsibility coming your way as well. There are cards here where you are no longer pushing away the responsibilities. You're actually, I see you welcoming the responsibilities more than pushing them away. And some of you guys are pushing them away instead of honoring the responsibilities coming towards you very, very soon. Some of you guys are also learning to dictate on who can help you, and learning to to control or handle your schedule accordingly, is what I see here. And not allowing people to suffocate you with one too many responsibilities that you cannot handle. This is around the time where you have to tell yourself, is this something that I can handle and move forward? And is this contract going to be for the long term or for the short term? I also feel like persistence is key. If you are trying to go into the marketing fields or trying to go into some sort of business deal and you're not getting the calls back that you want, call those people, hawk those people, try to speak to those people, try to get their attention. Somebody will return your call and it will be for the better, greater good of all. Okay, so that is the fire signs. All right, so now we have the water signs, and these are the last 3 zodiac signs, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this way of me doing your readings. And once again, I do not timestamp these. No. Like, this is team effort here. Okay. Team effort. Okay, so we have here motivation and a great energy moving forward and getting out of the rut. I feel like some of you guys are getting over certain relationships that have been depressing you, or certain situations that have been putting you down and bombarding you, and you're now having the motivation to move away from that and focus on the things that you can actually handle. Focus on the things that are going to get you to the next level in your life, or the next level in the game of life, is what I see here for the water signs. We start off with Pisces, and Pisces, I see you guys, some of you guys are giving birth, and that time of your life is now the entrance or opening doors to a different section or different scenarios in your life, different decisions and responsibilities that you will have to make if that is in fact your case. But nevertheless, I feel like a lot of you guys, Pisces, are moving into a time where decisions are gonna have to be made for the betterment of the world and for you to take responsibility for the betterment of the world. The possibilities are endless, so don't think of yourself as somebody that has little to no choices. You have many choices. You just have to learn to make the decision to actually make the choices to move forward. Then we have Cancer. And Cancer, I see you guys not just only traveling. Oh, there's a lot of like movement during this new moon. I guess people were like traveling, or maybe like what was the holiday? I don't understand. Okay, so I see traveling for some of you guys. For some of you guys, I see you guys being very focused and enthused into your relationship and the environment around you. I also feel like some of you guys is relationship or it's mostly into focusing within relationships and trying to make yourself better within that relationship, or trying to ask your partner what you can do to better your relationship, or how much harder or how much more work is it going to take to get the relationship where it needs to be at this very moment in time. But understand that these changes these situations or scenarios might change in the drop of a hat. And today you might have a relationship, and tomorrow the person might be walking out of the door, and that's something that you will have to accept, because you can't control people. And of course, there's sirens going everywhere. Then we have the last zodiac sign, which is Scorpio. And Scorpio, some of you guys are investing way too much time on things that are hurting you or causing you too much pain, or causing you too much struggle. And if it's not causing you pain within a relationship, but it's the struggle, and it's causing you heartache because it's a new situation and or section of your life where you're now exploring, and it's gonna pay off in the long run. All this pain, all this struggle, it will pay off in the long run. You just have to have the motivation to move forward, and also try to see yourself as a motivational speaker when it comes to your own hurts and pains. When you are talking down to yourself, is that some way, or is that somehow is that some way you would like for somebody to speak to you when you're going through your situations in life? I don't think so. You wouldn't want somebody to talk down to your kids that way, to talk down to you that way. So try to better or make better decisions when it comes to self-care and treating yourself. I also see there is a lot of focus in regards to when it comes to family matters and people cutting cords or having inheritances. The responsibilities and the burdens that are coming to you are a lot, and they will cause a lot of pain and a lot of struggle. You will have to pass through a lot of struggle, but it will all be well worth it, because if you do things organized and you do things in the legal standpoint the right way legally, then you won't have a problem and everyone else will be happy. However, if you try to be sneaky, if you try to impose your rules and regulations on other people, it's going to backfire, because it will show that, number one, you're a control freak, and number two, once you have all the power and success and money, you won't be able to handle the responsibilities that come your way. You will look totally and completely incompetent. So try not to be stingy. Try to share as much as you can. Of course, that was somebody's horn outside, but try to share as much as you can, Scorpio. And sharing is not just materialistically, but it's also with your mouth. Share your opinions, talk to people, talk amongst one another, and tell people how you're making them I mean, not how you're making them, but how they're making you feel uncomfortable in some way, shape, or form, so that the family can progress, so that your feelings can be acknowledged. Nobody's gonna know how you feel unless you speak to someone about how you feel, or you clear the air about whoever you're having an issue with. So that is the new moon readings for everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this new way of doing readings. It takes about the same amount of time, so I feel like you guys should just let me know, and I'll either do it this way or go back to my old way of doing the readings. So I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope everyone has a fantastic new moon, and stay tuned for more material. Bye.